seen my pictures of my homemade bread, and you've often asked, like, how does that woman do this? Well, it takes a little planning, and right now with the COVID, that's what we have. We've got lots of time. So I'm going to show you what I do, and tomorrow when I have almost the finished product, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So it's very easy. I use, which is very different from the recipe, I use a cup of whole wheat flour, 2 cups of unbleached flour, here we go, a half a teaspoon of yeast. I'm using the QuickWise yeast, so I use a half a teaspoon, in she goes. And I use a teaspoon of salt. Voila. Really easy. You just have to give this a stir. I'm going to get a fork. So we just give this a stir. And I just warmed up some regular water. I want to make sure it's just warm to the touch. Pour that in. And now we stir. Isn't this fun? Watching me stir. So I hope everybody's doing well on the COVID thing. When I first came back from Florida, I have to say I was very gung-ho on taking walks. The first day I walked. The second day I walked. The third day I thought about walking. And on the fourth day it didn't even enter my mind. So, here we go. So, here we are. I'm just going to add a smidgen more water because I like it to be just a little bit more moist. Moist than not moist. There we are. Done. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Move that out of the way. So this is what that looks like. Very simple, very fast. You see, I just combined all the ingredients. And now I'm going to cover it with some saran wrap. And I'll show you tomorrow what it looks like. Bye for now. Hi, welcome back. So this is 24 hours later. I have let my dough rise and it has like quadrupled in size that what we had before. So what I did was after I prepared the dough, I put it in plastic. I just left it on my stove overnight, no heat, no nothing, and I let it rise. Isn't that amazing? So now what I'm going to do, it's very easy. I'm going to put my stove at 450 degrees. I'm going to take my Dutch oven without its lid, and I'm going to put it in the oven to heat up while my dough rests a bit. And I'll show you what I'm doing now. You have to make sure when you put your Dutch oven in your oven that you have enough room to put it almost in the center or as close you can to the center with the lid on without hitting the top rack. Because if you do that at 450 degrees, Fahrenheit, it gets a little hot when you're trying to put out the rack. So that's my hint to you. So I'm just going to do that. That's done. Now I've washed my hands already. I've taken out a piece of parchment. Parchment is my friend, because even if you have marble or quartz counters or whatever counter it is, it's a real pain in the butt to try and get flour off of it. I've also cut out another piece of parchment because I'm going to put my bread on the parchment, and it makes it easier for me to deposit that into the pan afterwards. So I'm sticking some flour here. And if you missed the recipe, don't worry about it. I'm going to make sure that the video will start with the recipe and ends with the recipe. So now I'm going to flour my hands a bit. I'm going to work this out of my bowl. In this case, I used a plastic bowl. You can also use a glass bowl. I don't like metal when I'm raising yeast. Personal choice of mine. Some people will use the stainless steel and the metal, but I personally prefer glass or a good plastic bowl. Now this is the only time that you have to manipulate your dough. Okay, here we go. Put that on the side. So I'm going to try and adjust this so you can see what I'm doing without tipping over. Let's see if we can do this. Oh dear. Not quite working. Okay, well, you're just going to have to believe me when I tell you. Set you back up. So I've put some flour down on the parchment. And basically, I'm just going to make this into a bit of a ball. Voila, a ball. And I'm going to let it rest. Now, I'm going to heat up. I'm going to heat the Dutch oven at 450 degrees for 30 minutes. And then I'll see you back again. For me, 25 minutes has gone by. So I'm going to go and I'm going to lift the lid off of my pot, put my close it up, and I'm going to put my timer on for another